Okay, so here we go. I found out where the motors are connected. So the big motor is connected to the two left ones. The little motor is connected to the two right ones. Both can run in either polarity. I'm not really sure where this capacitor comes in. So I'm connected to the big motor right now. My regular LED power supply can only do 5 amps, and I figured out that is not enough to bring the motor all the way over. So I'm going to use a stronger power supply that can deliver 20 amps. And as we can see right now, it's unhinged. The small motor is in the back position. So this pipe here is all the way back, almost connecting or almost touching the big main motor. So that's the basic here. So now I'm going to fire up the big motor in one direction with my high powered thing, and I just got to give it a little kick. So, and I hope that's visible. I might do another one a little closer up. So what happened is the spindle started spinning, and then this ThinkWorks goes over here and picks up the lever that actually does the gear shifting. So now I'm going to switch this to my power supply that has a little bit less juice, so it moves a little slower. So now I can go ahead here. I have this set to do maximum 2 amps or something. Well, 1.5 amps. So this will go a little slower, so there's not this big bang on the end. So where's my second cable there? So now I can move this here. So that's all the way to the end. Now I change the polarity. See, now I can pretty much move this in every position. So I'm going to bring it all the way to the right. Somewhere there. So now I'm going to move these two to the two right connectors. So the two left ones are for the big motor. The two ones on this side here are for the little motor. You can't get to them anywhere else because the connectors at the little motor is just squeezed in here, and the 2 pins of the motor are going into the housing, and then they come out here. So now I'm going to use my small power supply and spin the... Is this still good? Yeah, we just want to make sure it's visible. So I'm now going to spin it. The little motor is the emergency release motor. So I'm going to spin it one way. It doesn't seem to matter which one. And now you see, so the motor spins around, moves the pipe over, pushes this little lever in, and unhinges this thing. So now it's in emergency park position. The spring provides the pressure to push this all the way to the end, emergency park position. So now I'm going to do this whole thing again, just for the heck of it, and I'm going to zoom in a little more. So first I'm going to bring the little motor to the same position where it's all the way to the back. And now we're going to go a little, let's go a little closer here, and then we do the whole thing again. So there it is, that. Go a little closer that way, move you that way, so you can see it a little bit further in. So this is probably a pretty good view. So now first I'm going to go back to the pin 1 and 2. There we go. Now I take the power from the stronger power supply, and I just give it a little kick, because if you hold it too long, you will just ruin your spindles, all these plastic gears. That was the wrong way. So now I'm going to do it again. That was not enough. There it is. So now it latched in, and now the spindle is connected. And now I can use my smaller power supply to move it back and forward. See if I get out of the way here. That's the end. So if I change the polarity, so you can run it all the way over and run it all the way back. And now I'm going to fire up the little motor again to see what happens there. So these two come off, go to the end. I think it's 712 or whatever it is. There we go. Now we're going to spin that one. Any polarity. So, and there it goes. And then this thing moves all. It's supposed to. I stopped it there. So now it should move all the way back. This one has a bit, the mechanics is it's a little rough, but it will spin all the way back. There we go. Okay, hope this helps.